quick review of how things are going in the new greenhouse. So already bought over here are the plants for 2 of the hanging baskets. That's a trial of some old seeds kept from last year, some mixed seeds from Poundland, not too successful. That's a trial of another box of old seeds from Poundland last year. They appear to be coming up alright. They were sown about ½ an inch below the soil. That's another trial of the Poundland seeds from last year. Not much happening. In the propagator, large propagator, we've got a dead pineapple stalk, which doesn't appear to have taken. Another pineapple stalk, which I'm not sure whether it has. Some sweet peas that have been successful. Next to a pot that haven't, and another pot that haven't, and then some newly planted lobelia, which I've just noticed I've forgotten to label. In this tray we have coleus, with first few coming in one corner, and then the other corners nothing yet. Very strange. It looks like I've got the beginnings of some peppers coming, but one of those peppers looks more like a marigold and the other one looks like a tomato. So we'll see. In the small propagator, antirrhinums coming up nicely, sweet peas not coming up nicely, and first trial of growing a pineapple stalk from a few weeks ago that definitely not working and will be consigned to the compost heap. Just in the greenhouse we've got onions coming up nicely from seed. Got 2 of the tomatoes from bed coming up very well, looking like they're very close to being ready to plant. Saved marigold seeds are coming up very nicely. A fairly successful trial of the blue seeds from Poundland from last year, which shouldn't come up because they were all rotted and horrible in the packet, but they are doing. The third of the tomato plants from Ben seems to be coming up okay. It's not quite as advanced as the others, but time will tell. And some more sweet peas. These are Old Spice trial without going in the propagator, and you can see I've got 1 out of about 16 coming up, and some coming up there, but I don't think they're sweet peas. I think that's a tomato. On the top, if I can reach that far, tray of my tomatoes, which these are Tomato Bountiful, which I think are beefsteak ones. Some coriander that we've planted. These are free seeds. They're coming up nicely. Joanne's told me she actually likes coriander, so there'll be a second planting going in later today. Some onion sets that haven't gone in the garden and look like they've never ever come up. They seem to be doing better than the ones in the garden. Right. Down below, what's happening? Oh, various bits of cuttings left. Hardwood cuttings taken at the end of last year. Seem to be doing alright. So we've got mint, and we've got Californian lilac, and a rogue cabbage plant left over. Running now, remains of the hyacinths waiting to be planted out. Fuchsias kept in the greenhouse over winter, ready to go back out. This one I'm showing you now was grown as a standard, but the wind did for it, which is why it looks a bit odd. Marigolds kept over winter. Soon as I'm sure the weather's alright, they can go out. In fact, they could probably go out straight away. And then more cuttings taken of rosemary at the back. And more rosemary there. And I think that is a fuchsia rocket that got frosted, but it seems to be coming back okay now. I'll go in the little greenhouse now. This is a little greenhouse, so called because it's little. Yep, there's my main tomatoes, tomato sun cherry, looking like they're coming up. Planted one per pot, but it looks like I managed to get two in one. They're doing quite well. I'm moderately pleased. Another one of Ben's seedlings there. I'm not sure of the variety, but it looks like that's doing quite well. Some more unsuccessful sweet peas and one successful sweet pea. That there is a perpetual sweet pea, which we'll plant out later, see if it's any good. Oh, and there we have one of the other fuchsias that died when the frost protection didn't work in the greenhouse. But you can see sometimes it's worth hanging on to plants that look dead because they're still alive. And there's my big geranium, which suffered with the frost but clearly recovering. I think the lemon verbena has had it this year. Daguerpanthus is doing okay, but we're going to have to work hard to get rid of that bloody grass. A few spider plants there, ready to go on the plant sale later in the year. A fuchsia that's lost its label. Cutting of a Christmas cactus, which might have got frosted, but I don't know, it's doing alright. And one of those which I've forgotten the name of. At the top, that's the ivy leaf geranium, which I can propagate later to get lots of plants for hanging baskets. And in the blue bag we had a carnation which we had to trim, so giving it a go to take cuttings, even though it's completely the wrong time of year, but we'll see. And two more rescued fuchsias from hanging baskets. So that concludes today's walk round, 26th of March 2021. We'll have an update later.